So you can do them this way, or you can do them the other way. These are all tier 15 maps. There's a few things that we're looking out for that I don't want to deal with. And most of the time with tier 15 maps, or any map in general, you want to avoid like high resistances, where it'll tell you like, oh, -10 to resistances, or ignores 25 resistance. And I'll point them out if I find one, but I think they toned down the volume at which you get those, because I haven't really gotten a ton of them. I noticed a lot of rarity on these. No quantity though, but that's okay. We're gonna kind of max these out too. We'll spend some exalts here, and this is usually when we'll get those negative effects. But we'll see. I gotta go through a bunch of these maps to level up, and the goal is to try to find some better gear, if I can. We'll see how it goes. I'd like to find some things that I could sell to get better gear, to kind of up my damage right now, but I'm kind of getting to a point where it's a little bit harder to level up. Level 92, so we're creeping up on level 93. We actually did level. Go Birds. Sup, Tim? How you doing, man? How you doing? I don't know about the Birds, man. Do they have a game? Or are they out? I thought Seattle was out. Am I crazy? Am I like... don't they play today? Yeah, no. They're not playing like the Ravens, are they? Or is it Rams or something? Eagles. Okay. I was trying to think, like, I'm like, what are the teams left over right now? Like, I usually pay attention a little bit, but I'm kind of slow today. I didn't watch, I missed out on yesterday's game. I watched the Chiefs game, which was fine, but I missed out on the Commanders game. I decided to come home and work on a few things. And then I, like, kept checking the score, and I was like, oh, fuck, they're gonna lose. And that surprised me the most, was that seeing that the score, like, completely changed a little bit, and I was just like, like, what's going on there? Okay, I can't go to this map, which is weird because it's connected. I can go here, but I can't go here. That is goofy. Like, I can go here, like from here. I can go to this one. I can't go to that one because that one's not done yet. I must not be using Elon's maps, but there must be a reason why this one shows that it's connected and I still can't go. I think it's just a glitch. That means I gotta go here, here, and then there. And then I'm gonna end up wasting... Fuck, I don't want to do that. I was hoping I could just go here and here and waste one and then get this tower. I guess there's 3 towers there, so that would be beneficial either way. Kinda. That means I gotta go here, there, there, well, here, there, and then there, maybe. I think that's probably connected. Doesn't look like it, though. So I gotta go, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 maps I gotta waste. I go 1, 2, 3, 4. But then I lose Burial, Woodland, and Creek. I think I'd rather go that way. Oh, well, it'll be fine. It's gonna be a snow game? I wondered. Yeah, okay. But yeah, the Chiefs game was interesting. I know people are gonna say like penalties this, penalties that. I will say that the roughing the passer penalties are kind of crazy at times. The only thing I'd probably say is that I don't know if I'd blame the Chiefs for it more so as I blame the division and like the NFL for making decisions on that, where it's like, if you're going to make it to where you touch the quarterback and you get a penalty, well, they're going to call that shit every time. And you should know that. So going into it, you should probably try to, prevent, getting a penalty regardless. But I get the frustration of having a player that's in motion, like he's a running target, and then you stop him and then you get penalized for stopping him. It's like, so what is it? Like, which one do you want it to be? That I understand, and that is complicated, but again, I don't feel like that's the Chiefs' fault. I feel like that's more on whoever made those rules to begin with. like I'm sorry, you can't, it's just how it is. If you're gonna blame somebody, it's like, well, the quarterback's going to go down and he's going to slide regardless, and he gets hit. Well, it's not his fault. He gets the penalty called. Now, is Patrick baiting those calls? Probably. I mean, that's kind of a smart play. I don't know if I'd say it's like credible, but I mean, if you know that the refs are going to call it, I mean, you might as well. And he's not the only one that does it. They don't call it for other teams. That's not true. There's like a Reddit thread where they posted about like the consistencies of it, and they do call it for other teams as well. Need to go do that breach. Question is, will I survive the breach? I didn't distill the maps either. Oops. Fury. This is after they patched the breach a little bit. They made it like have fewer monsters, supposedly. It definitely feels like fewer monsters, but we'll just have to up the map density with runes or whatever, waystones or whatever we can. And once I start doing like the delirium ones, it'll bump up the rarity too a lot. Probably by like 50%. This one's gonna be a quick one. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling that would happen. I mean, I don't think it's so much that like nobody can touch the quarterback. I think it's just that they have the ruling where if you tackle like too low, you obviously get called for roughing the quarterback. And part of this, I think, is the NFL's problem, because teams are investing so much money into their players and their quarterback in general that the team owners and division owners, leaders, whatever, like, hey, I don't want you guys to kill my quarterback and then ruin my fucking season. So they're like, okay, well, let's make some rules that you can't hit the quarterback too hard. It's like, okay, that sounds like a great idea in general, right? Maybe. The problem is that you have situations like that where if you touch the quarterback, you get a penalty, and that penalty is pretty steep. You know, like an automatic first down, and you know, you get a fresh set of downs, especially on a drive, which could, you know, make a game decision or make a decision based off of you getting better field position, let alone you could score or just continue a drive based off that one call, which is a pretty big deal. So now they have a problem of, well, people either get touched or tapped, they do call penalties on it. So what are you supposed to do if a player's in motion? Like the quarterback's running in, he's trying to get yardage. Well, you need to stop him from getting a first down. But if you tackle him too hard, then you don't get like a penalty. Like, well, you get a penalty for stopping him, I should say. So it's like, well, I need to stop him so he doesn't get a first down. But if I do stop him, then they get an automatic first down, like, and 15. Like, that's not really fair. And I would argue that, yeah, that's not necessarily fair. But again, if you know that they're going to call that constantly, and you've seen them call that constantly, maybe don't try to tackle him. I know that sounds stupid, but if you know it's not going to work for you, oh, fuck, I'm going to die, then you're going to have to find another way to do it. And I know that sounds dumb, but what else are you supposed to do? Just, like, tackle him and get a penalty? Like, you already know they're going to call it, so don't do it. And yes, I know, like, that's not how it should be. No, it shouldn't be that way. But if they're gonna do it that way, you don't really have a lot of options, do you? I shouldn't have died there. That was kind of stupid. A little distracted. Let's do this one. Let's put these maps back. I was gonna say, do I have any quantity? That one. That one. The rest, no. Once he passes the line, I think the hard part is it's like they want to protect their quarterbacks from getting injured and getting thrown out of the season. And it's like, dude, I paid that guy 100 million, like, you know, or whatever the fuck their contract value is, and now he's screwed. So I think they're trying to protect their investment there. Like, I really think that's what they're trying to do. The downside is it makes the game a little less exciting because you can't just light up the fucking quarterback. I'm not saying that you should light up the quarterback to fucking kill him, but he shouldn't be immune from getting tackled or getting hit because he's trying to make progress on the ball. I think that's kind of silly. It's like you give him a free pass to run around uncontested to get first downs, and then if you tackle him, they get a first down anyway. Like, that sounds kind of odd. But again, that's not Mahomes' fault. That's not his fault. That's legitimately the league for making rules that favor that style of gameplay. So if you want to point fingers, don't point it at Mahomes. I know it's easy to hate on him, but I'd be blaming the league. They're the ones who set the rules. But I think that's kind of the problem you have now, is you have so much money tied up in it that instead of like just, you know, dealing with it, they're trying to protect their quarterbacks by not having them get hurt too much. And I get that. Like, that makes a lot of sense, but at the same time, it kind of changes how the game is played. In a big way. I don't know if I want to change my loot filter or not. Or keep it where it is. Volatile plants, huh? Not really a fan of that one.
An easy trophy. I need more mana.
God, the mana issue is still a problem. I don't know how I'm gonna fix that going forward. Football isn't football already. It's hard to watch. That's why I only watch. I mean, I don't think it's that bad. I'm literally fucked. I can't move. I got stuck by one of them, and they kept hitting me and stunning me, so I couldn't fight.
I need more mana.
Out of mana again. I don't even think my build's that mana heavy. It's just the +2 on the quiver, which is crazy. It causes that much problems. I guess it's +2 on quiver for bow skills, which would be like lightning arrow. So it is a little bit much.
No mana.
I just don't know why this filter hit a tier 5 ring. That's kind of odd. Then they should not be allowed to run. I mean, I didn't make the rules, man. I didn't make the rules. You gotta go yell at whoever made the rules. And that's not the quarterback. And truth be told, a smart quarterback's gonna exploit that. I know it's silly and as like you sound like it's not good sportsmanship, but the reality is winning the game, and they're gonna do whatever they can to win. So if they get hit I mean, and then they get a penalty. It's not their fault that it got called. It's legitimately the other team that made the mistake to hit him. Like, it's like, you know that they're going to call that shit every fucking time, especially in a playoff game. Because they don't want it to be like, oh, there were these penalties and they didn't call it. They don't want that shit to happen, so they're going to call it no matter what. And I'm sure the Chiefs know that. I'm sure other teams know that as well, but it's like you have to do your best to try to avoid it if you can. Like, instead of tackling him and diving into him, just touch him. You know, do whatever you can to minimize the risk. Because you already know it's unfair, so don't fucking spearhead the guy. You know, don't dive at him, like, to try to make it worse. You know, try not to hit the upper body. I mean, that's a solution. Slide into him, you know, something else. I know it sounds silly. You shouldn't have to do that, but I mean, the rules aren't going to change this season, so I mean, what's your other option? Just complain about it? Like, that's not going to solve it. So the reality is you have like a couple choices that you could make. They're not great, but at least they give you an option to maybe not get that penalty called. Now, does that give the quarterback too much leeway on him running? Yeah, it does. But that's just something you got to deal with. Like, if you know that they're going to abuse it, and your players know to avoid it, you're not going to get called. Those penalties aren't going to get called. Like, yeah, they might still squeak out a first down, but they're not going to squeak out a penalty with a 15-yard bonus. Like, that's the difference. But I don't know. I'm sure they'll make some changes in the offseason. Maybe. I'm sure it's going to be a hot topic among coaches and staff, and it might, you know, get people to talk about it. I'm gonna say, where is this guy? I was like, is he in the... I thought he was in the log for a second. I was like, how am I supposed to kill that guy? We gotta go get the other map. We gotta finish that one. And then I need to go buy... What do I need to buy? I need to buy, like... I wonder why this ring didn't show up. That's actually not a horrendously bad ring. The physical damage is kind of deh, but 15 to all elements is good. 29 cold res is good. The physical attack, life leech, and then the evasion isn't good. I'm just curious what you get. 24 cold. But the resistances that could actually be worth like 5 or 10 exalts, maybe. Maybe a little bit more. Now, can you roll like another fat res? No, rarity. I don't think it's worth it. What is it? Another jewel. We'll work on it later. What I need to do is take this quad tab. I was gonna say I need to make another quad tab. Actually, I could probably just do this. Put that at the top, and then we'll take these, put these in the 20 tab real quick. Oh, I want that back actually. And there's currency sitting in there, and I'm like, where's it at? Like, I don't know, gem. Where's the gem cutters? I think I already grabbed it. No, it's still in there somewhere. Just don't see it. My eyes are failing me. Oh, it's fine. So what I'll do at the map dump is you just do this. You just throw everything in there and you check it later. Oh, that's kind of an interesting amulet. It's a max strength amulet. Honestly, by itself, that might actually be worth something. You should give me some of that 3 million gold. I got a badass quiver yesterday that gave me 4K. What'd you roll? Like plus 40, you know, damage to bow skills and bow skills or attack speed? Would you be able to switch your amulet to the Everlasting Gaze? Maybe. I'm sure I could swap amulets, but I don't really want to give up my my spirit. I need spirit in order to make my build work. I wanted to see what happens if this is available for magic, because it's 1530, so it's the max strength you can get. And sometimes people use bases for crafting, but it doesn't look like it's that valuable. Now, you could also roll on this. You could roll like if you wanted to, you might be able to roll something along the lines of how would I say it? Like all attributes or something. That would be kind of cool. But I don't remember what attributes max is. Is it like 25 or something like that? You'd have to get really lucky. 13 mana is not great either. That's like a T1 roll. Spell damage. Ugh. I think we stop there. Because strength's not really going to help your spell damage. And it's only going to be worth like 1, so it's not really worth anything.
What is it?
Alright, so we need to go... I guess we go this way, and that way. Because these aren't connected. Even though they say they are, they're not. You can't just cut over. So I need to go here, 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 and there. And then from there, I'll go this way. I love that map, by the way. That's a good one. Oh, that's cool. Well, I guess I could do that. Or whatever gets me to that tower faster. So this tower, and that tower. And then I need to go buy some quantity tablets, which are a couple divine apiece. Not really looking forward to that. But it is what it is. That's just life. You gotta spend money to make money, I guess. That's just how it goes. Sup, Laz? How you doing, man? But yeah, my amulet right now is actually pretty solid. The hard part with this amulet, you need 50 spirit to make my build work. I have 26% rarity on there. The attributes are kind of nice. The mana regeneration's helpful. So finding one to replace that would be pretty rough. I'm not even playing Call of Duty. Who gives a shit?
Fury.
I sure don't. Why would I play COD? Why would I want to? I've been playing Call of Duty for 15 years. Who cares? Who cares? Sup, Sync? How you doing, man? What's your day going? You find me another Astromantis or whatever? I still need one. I'm short on my divines because apparently I can't find one. Also, he's being revived. Where's the boss at? He's somewhere. There's no breach on this map. We're working on getting the towers set up at the moment.
What luck?
But I need to go get quantity tablets, which are kind of expensive. And then after I buy those, I'll probably start running some of the towers.
Barely worth a sweat. Out of mana.
But I'll use my gold to gamble later. I don't know what I'll gamble it on. Either rings or I could gamble amulets too. But I don't know. I haven't played much since the patch. I've been a little busy. So I'm finally sitting down and trying to clear things and see what it's like, but I don't really notice much of a difference. The breaches, it seems like there's fewer monsters, but
Out of mana.
if you put like delirium on the map, it doesn't seem to be too bad. Increase the monster spawn rate, whatever, the quantity, everything else. I just need the damage for like tier 16. Some juice duos. I mean, yeah, that'd be cool. Is that a thing? Can we do that?
Now this will come in handy.
Usually I only see people do solos. When does the Seattle game start? Maybe I should go watch that.
Fury.
Oh, look at that, a heavy belt. I need to get a new loot filter too. This one I think hides too much. Maybe not. Wait, are there two of them?
No mana.
I don't remember there being two of them. That's different. That's all the stuff it hid. Warden bow. Not anything special though. Yeah, who knows? I just need to make more money, and then my problem is I feel like my damage is too low. I see other builds that are about mine and they're doing like 60k and I don't understand how. Like I really don't. And I'm just like, well, mine's doing 67, 69, you know, depending. Sometimes it'll peak over 80, but I think my base damage just isn't high enough. I don't know if I just need to replace more jewels or get that 4% lightning plus 4% cold. Because right now it's only 2% cold, so a 6% change would be pretty big. But yeah, I don't know. Rams Eagles at noon. Yeah, I want to see the Bills game. I'll probably go watch that. Go yell at my dad and be like, "Hey, we should go watch the Bills game." And I'll sneak back over there. Yeah, I mean, Seattle lost yesterday. That shit was crazy. Because we were sitting down and I was gonna watch it, but I was like, I'm gonna come home and work on other stuff. And then I watched the Chiefs game. But my opinion was, I'm like, yeah, I think the Lions should win this. I'm like, it's possible they don't, but I was like, I feel like the Lions will win it. Just seeing how the other season's been for the other team. And then it's like, nope, they did not win. Not at all. And before you ask, no, I'm not a Lions fan. I don't know. I didn't want him to win, so I mean that was good. But I'm just like, ah, fuck. like what happened? It's a hot mess in the playoffs right now. I think like all the NFC North teams or whatever, they all went in and they were like 10-1 or something, close enough. And then it's like now they're all out. They're 0-3 in playoffs. Watch all the shit in Cord. Oh yeah, that'd be cool. I might be interested. All right, hear me out. I've never seen a good mace. Has any of you ever seen a good mace? Like, I've never seen one. I've gotten these ones that have like decent damage, but then I like look at them and then they're worth like 5 exalts. I've never seen a good one. Ever. like ever. All right, all my money gone. Oh, there it is. Rip. I've identified so many of those and I've never found a decent. I've never had a hunter or an astromentist or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Not one, never. Not one. Zip, zero, nada. Not lucky enough. All right, so I need to go to burial and then do that one, and I'll be able to get that tower. I think this is the graveyard map. It's not a bad map. But right now, I'm really just farming like raw currency, farming breach splinters. I mean, if loot drops, it drops, but realistically, the only thing I'm getting are breach splinters. Which I guess you can sell for exalts. I think they're like almost 70 to 80 exalts per splinter.
Out of mana.
That's like half a divine.
An easy trophy.
Which if you farm all day, I mean, you can get like 10 or 20 of them, so it's not bad. So you can make like 10, 15 divines pretty quick. But all my loot is garbage.
Out of mana.
Really just getting a lot of waystones too. Since I don't die as much anymore, the waystones are starting to pile up, which is nice. And I also feel like they changed the waystone rolls because I don't seem to get like negative affixes as much, like 99 ailments or whatever. I feel like they toned that shit down a lot.
No mana.
It used to be like half of my maps would roll that. Now it's like maybe 3 out of every 10, if that. Because that really ruined all my like tier 15 maps. It's just like, dude, I keep rolling shitty maps, and it's like just made it even harder. But I don't think I saw that in the patch notes though. But maybe it was in there and I just didn't see it. I'm gonna go live for a couple hours, sent Cord on invite. Let me go join. Good luck with your games, man, unless you're trying to play.
Barely broke a sweat. Face me.
Also, is Path of Building out yet? I want to start fucking around with that and see like what my see like how I can increase my damage. I think I just need a better bow, but my bow's pretty fucking good. So the only other option I think is like gems, maybe slightly better rings, but even then I don't think I'm gonna be able to increase my rings that much. Got a little mini rundown. Oh, sweet. I need to go look at it. Because I saw that he would like put it out and he's like, no, it's delayed. And then it's like, no, it's out. And then I was gone. So I didn't really see what happened. But that'll be helpful. I'm assuming I'll have to give it like a week and then people will have like these crazy builds figured out by now. I think I'll get that guy over there. But any information on making the build better, you know, it's like, or making that accessible is going to be huge. And they didn't drop much. That was a level 5 helmet, but it doesn't really look that valuable. I mean, it's got good life on it. Rez's intelligence? Maybe. Probably like 5 exalts or something. See, they went 15 for it. These boots, though. Max mana is crazy. No movement speed, no double res. Energy shield's not too bad. Max life roll. Wait, it rolled twice? Yeah, it did. It's a hybrid. Ailments.
Of course.
Ew.
Speak. Go.
Not even a max roll. A better quantity. See, there's an ailment map. That's the one I don't want. I need to find a actual map to use that on, though. Not gonna use it on a tower. Forest tower. Hey, we can at least use this though. That'll be nice. Yeah, let me know, man. Good luck with your raid. We'll see how it goes. I just want to start getting to like tier 16s and then like delirium. But I feel like my damage is just holding me back. Oh, it's a dead end. That's kind of odd. God, this is a lot better than walking into a tower where you can't see anything, though. Holy shit. I think they did a good job swapping out the towers so quick. Alright, we don't pick up Chaos Orbs. Those aren't good enough for Elon. So they're definitely not good enough for me. What a guy. I like how he doubled down on him being like a really good player. And it's like, dude, you're paying someone to play on your account. Like, like it's obvious. We know it's not you. Like, no, but it's really me though. It's like, sure. That poor guy. He just wants to be loved. I don't know, it's crazy. What is he doing? Sup, Alex? How you doing, man? Welcome back. Alright, I need to get some tablets here. I don't need rarity. I need a breach tablet. I don't know if I can find one. Usually every time I try to buy these, nobody sells them to me because they're underpriced. Let's do... So, like, they're not going to sell them to me for that. I've been running tier 15s and I'm only getting a few drops for Breach and Delirium. I needed 300 splinters for one of them. Or if they're only dropping a few each mob, it'll take weeks to get 300. Am I missing something out? Yeah, you're missing something. You can upgrade the quantity of items in your map. You can also upgrade the amount of splinters that get dropped, but I get like a couple hundred every couple maps or so. So maybe your wave clear isn't good enough on a Breach. That's possible. 240. I don't know. Will someone sell it to me for 40? I don't think they're gonna sell it to me. I think they're worth more like a divine. So I'll try to answer your question here. I need to pause the music. So Breach Splinters, holy fuck. What am I in here? Hold on one sec. This dude's fucking map. Quantity, thank you. Thank you. That's so funny. Alright, buddy. Alright. This fucking guy. Alright, exit character selection. Now let's go back. Where's the waypoint? Oh, it's literally on. Yeah, that's a great way to put the waypoint. Let's go back to my hideout. So when you roll maps, there's a couple ways that you can do them. I'll show you a few, and these are just general things. So this map is a good example of like a map to avoid, where it says like 98 increased ailment of threshold. Absolute dog shit. You can't freeze enemies. You can't like shock them. They're really hard to kill. So I don't want maps like that. What I want are maps like, let's see if I can find one. Something like this. And this is a low level one, but it has 18% quantity of items found and 27% increased rarity. Now keep in mind, this is going to double up when I do the breach, and I'll show you what I mean here. This is what makes it a little complicated, but it's usually not too bad. I'll roll this map and hope for the best. So what I would do, I don't even know if I have enough delirium. I'll just have to go buy some. So this one I'm going to roll, and then it's still 27, and I'll max it out. The only issue, this one kind of sucks now. It has -15 maximum player resistances, so monsters in there can hit me pretty hard. -15 means like -15 fire, -15 cold. So I'll have like 50, fire res or, whatever, like lightning res instead of 75. So that's not great. That kind of sucks. But if you have a map like this one that's instilled already, this one has 29% quantity of items, 49% rarity, higher increased magic monsters, increased number of rare monsters, which basically allows me to farm, get more rare drops. You have a higher percentage of quantity, so more things will drop. Think of it like this. Quantity, when you kill something, it's going to drop you more items. Like, let's say like when you kill a rare monster, it drops you like 1 or 2 rare items. But if you have quantity on your towers where it's like 80% quantity with like 3 or 4 different towers giving you 80% quantity, that same monster might drop you 10 or 15 things. So it'll drop you additional. Now, there are some other tablets that you could use to get more splinters. That's up to you. I wouldn't really worry about it. Let's see, quantity. Like this one gives you 5% increased quantity of breach splinters. So you just get more, but you'd have to stack that up a lot. For me, it makes more sense to do stuff like this. So when I go to the map thing and I go roll this, oh, it's a dead end over here. Nice. So when I use this in this tower, do I want to use it there? Yeah, I mean, Steaming Springs. Yeah, I'll use it here. It'll be fine. So this one's going to give me, on all these maps, it's going to give me 10 breaches, and then it's going to give me 15% quantity of items. So when I use this, it's going to spawn in breaches. Now, that one has 15% increased quantity of items found in the area. Now, if I go and I get this other tower, or if I get this tower down here, or this tower, and I do that again, this will go up to 30. And if I use this tower, it'll go up to 45, 60%, you know, whichever. And every time I do a breach, it's going to have higher value, more drops for me is the idea. But buying those tablets is fucking expensive. They're a divine each. So you'll probably make your money back as long as you don't die and you go through the breaches and you do okay. But they're fucking pricey. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. They're expensive. And you don't really need rarity because your rarity is gonna be on your gear anyway. So the more rarity you have, the better, but you don't really need it. Because if I have like 200 rarity already, and then the map might give me like an extra 100, the towers might give me an extra 100, and then this will just, you want the quantity to be as high as possible. That's really what you're looking for. So something like this map here. Oh, this one doesn't have too many negatives. And we can go do an example. I'll just go burn one of those rifts real quick. Unless I want to go buy. Can I buy another map real quick? Let me see. Let's do 15. See if I can get away with getting that for a divine. I feel like I'm overpaying for that, in all honesty. This one's 18. Maybe he'll sell it to me for a divine. Some of these people, they won't sell them to you. They don't care. This guy actually does care. So now I can actually go get this. I was like, which one? Okay. 18 quantity, good. Okay, thank you. I'm probably overpaying like a motherfucker right now. I'm gonna go spend another divine on this. Oh shit, I need my stash. $16 quantity. Thank you. Yeah, I'm overpaying like I don't know if I'm really overpaying. I'm probably paying about what's fair. The reason I want these quantity ones, they're gonna make my maps a lot better. So we already did that one, so I have to do this one. That's 18%. So all these are gonna have 18. So now it's 32% quantity. And if I come to this tower and I drop this one in here, it's gonna spawn in 9 maps with breaches within this ring. And then the idea is that you can see the rings too. So this one has a ring that goes all the way around the circle. And then you have this one that overlaps that other one. So now they're going to have 48% quantity. Your goal is like 100. You want to have like 100 to 200. You're not always going to get that because it's crazy expensive. And then you have to have so many towers within the same area. But I mean, this is not a bad start, you know, 48%. And then you have a map here that does 29% increased quantity plus that 48. So that's 80% quantity. That's quite a bit. Now this one is instilled too. So monsters are going to be stronger. I'm probably going to die is what's going to happen. But just if I don't die doing these breaches, take a look at how many splinters I have, and then take a look at how much like more rare items I potentially find. Like you're talking like raw currency as well. Like that's an important one. I'll try not to die, but they're a lot stronger here, especially with delirium. I'll do my best.
I don't have enough mana.
And it isn't really a tier 16 map either, so it should be okay.
Quite nice.
Now, let's clear out a little bit of the area first. They do more damage too. That's what's got me a little nervous. Oh, yeah, I forgot I'll find these splinters too. That's not so bad. I think I could probably go do that breach now. I'm just gonna have to be a little bit more mindful that these guys do hit harder. But I should be all right. But maybe, you never know. Sometimes they hit really fucking hard. Let's see how I got 5 splinters out of that one. Trying to get away from him because I'm gonna die. Another tablet, that's always good. Oh, it's closing already, fuck. That wasn't as ideal as I wanted, but maybe there's a second one here. But if we take a look at the loot that's on the ground, and we take a look at like what I'm finding, like I got a gold utility belt here. I ended up getting like 2 emeralds, a couple exalts. But if I go look at the breach splinters, I'm being a little cautious because I don't want to die right away and just lose it. But I'm gaining like more splinters, and I'm gaining like higher quality loot because there's a lot more. And if I look at the map, like you can see there's more extras on the ground that you can't see because of the loot filter. But you're gonna bump up your quantity. If you want to look up Fubgun, I think that's the right name. He has a really good breach guide, and he'll go over how to do the maps as well. It'll be pretty much what I just said, but you want to put quantity on your towers and quantity on your maps. If you do that, you'll get more shit. Like, you'll get a lot more stuff. The only downside is I spent like 2 divine orbs or 3 divine orbs to get, 60 quantity. And it's like, man, that's kind of expensive. But if I get a couple drops in here that make the money back, what's it gonna matter? Like, it'll be fine. I'll probably pay those orbs back by the time I get done with like all the breaches, because you have to think those tablets are gonna add in like 10 different maps that have breaches. So that's at least 10 breaches, 10 maps total. And then within those 10 maps, I'm probably gonna make 2 to 3 divines just in raw currency. And that doesn't count how many raw divines I'll find either. I might find like 1 or 2, maybe raw divines as well, and that's going to pay for the tablets. So it's like, okay, it's not a big deal. But yeah, you need to roll the maps to have either rarity and quantity. If you get both, that's awesome. You could put delirium on them too. The one that I showed, I think it was like that yellow one. I can't remember which one it is. Like paranoia, maybe, I think. But it's the one that spawns in more rare monsters. And the reason I do that is because I have the headhunter belt. This thing here. And every time I kill a rare monster, I get their abilities. So it makes me stronger, and it makes me a lot easier to kill things in this map. You know, when I'm basically bossing the whole map, you're fighting rare monsters every 2 seconds. So that helps. But as far as increasing your tablets, yeah, you really have to increase the waystones to have quantity and rarity. Rarity is like second best, not super important, but quantity is number one. The higher quantity you have, the better, the more volume of loot you're going to get. And then you also have to think of it like this. My character has, I think I mentioned it earlier, but you can check, 168 rarity. So no matter what, I have 170% rarity. So I don't really need more rarity, but what I need is volume. So if I have 100% quantity, that means I get 100% more loot, maybe 200% more loot. And then the rarity gets applied to that as well. So that's 100% more quantity or 50% more quantity of loot with 170% rarity. And that doesn't include what you put on the map or the waystone in general. Yeah, you spend a few divines and you'll make 10 sometimes. Yeah, it's going to be like that. And sometimes you won't make shit. But realistically, with high enough quantity, you're going to make your money back. At the very least, if you do 5 towers and you spend 5 divine, yeah, you're going to make your money back. As long as you don't die. If you don't die, you'll be fine. But yeah, you'll at least, just through the splinters alone, you'll make your money back. Or you'll get damn close. But yeah, dying really hurts because you'll buff up a tower, buff up all those maps, and then you're like spending a ton of money, and then next thing you know, you die, so you get nothing back, and you're just like, well, fuck, like, like that didn't help. But you'll find stuff like that. I don't know, Crimson Amulet. I don't know if I found that one yet. I don't even remember which one that is. That one a good one? Or it's not the Astromandus. That'd be really cool. But that's the easiest way to think about it. You want quantity. Rarity would be helpful, but it's not the most important. Because your character is going to have rarity too. The other thing is that it's just, you need to have good killing speed too in those types of situations, because the more monsters you kill, the more that are going to spawn in. So the longer you can clear the breach, the more of the breach that you complete, and that just means more loot in general. So your character needs to be strong enough to do it as well. And that's kind of the hard part too. When you distill your maps, you can kind of distill them where you get a ton of like monsters in them, but the question is, are you strong enough to kill all of them, or is it going to be too much and it'll kill you? So sometimes I don't put all 3 of them in there. I just do 2, just because I know my character might not survive. Yeah, just like that. I shouldn't have died there, but damn, he fucking smacked me. But yeah, if I take a look at the loot too, the loot's probably better in there. 32, 20 movement speed, max life on that. And I'll just throw that in a dump for now, and I'll check it later. I want to know what this is. Rarity, more res. I already have that. I don't need that, but I'll just throw it in there for now. Get rid of that one. But even just that one map, 19 splinters, regals, exalts, that. I mean, I got 2 of these. 6% cast. Not great. Not great either. Got the ring here. Mana and life. Max life is kind of low. Don't think so.
Speak.
But as long as you don't die, I mean, you'll probably make your money back. Now, what is this guy? Every 4 seconds, recover 1 life for every 0.2 recovery per second from regeneration. I don't know what this one's worth. I don't think it's really worth anything, but I've never found it before. Oh no, I do have that one. Interesting.
What is it?
That's surprising.
Go.
This one's not bad either. This one also has quantity and rarity, so you can also do tier 14 maps too. Some people say you can only run tier 15s. You don't have to. If you want to do tier 14s that have quantity and rarity on them, do them. Like, there's no real negative there. I mean, yeah, they might not drop the highest of tier loot, but between tier 15 and 14, there's not a ton of difference. And if you have your quantity jacked up too, I mean, there's really no negative. I need to find Delirium. I'm gonna go buy a couple, and this is where it gets expensive, really.
Hey.
Like, this is usually where you spend more of your money. Paranoia, 10 of them. I think they're like 30 each. Oh no, wait, they're cheaper. Wait, what? Not the right one? Yeah, rare monsters, 45%. So the more monsters, the more rare monsters I kill, the more loot, potentially, as long as I don't die. That's odd. Increase rarity, not bad, but not what I want. I'll just leave that one there. Let's see if there's another one in there I can do. There's that one, but I don't know if I can jump to that yet. No, I gotta go the other way around. 48% quantity. I'm debating on saving that. And then getting a different tower here. The only downside is I kind of wasted a lot of this, unfortunately. I need to go to get to that tower, which I could do. I could do Blooming Fields, this one, and then increase this area by 20. That'll give me everything within this smaller circle. It'll double up this one, so that'll be like 60. And then this one will touch some of them. So I could probably get 80 to 100 here, which would be pretty nice. That's about max. And if I do this one, I can maybe get still 80 or 90. So I need more tablets. See if I can go buy one. What if I can get 20 for a divine? You think? I think they're underpricing. We'll see if any of them invite me. I've been using dump tabs. I have 15 quad. Holy fuck, bro. I sold a bunch just for good crap, for good exalts. Yeah, I do the same thing. Stuff I would just sell has sold for 20, 40, even 60. Yeah. I do the same thing with these, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I changed these because these used to be like 20 or 30, and eventually I just knocked them down over time. I have a few quad tabs, but I need to reorganize my quad tabs. This is just a dump tab for right now, and then I sort through it later. After I do like 5 or 10, raids, I'll go back and I'll sort the loot out a little bit and then throw it into a dump tab. It's just I want to kind of take a look at it. That way it's like, oh, there's not something in there that's worth like 10 divine, and I sell it for 30. But even then, if somebody messages you and you start getting spammed, once they message you and they're like, oh, I want to buy that for 30, you can go, oh, that is definitely not worth 30. That's worth way more. Then I just reprice it. So that just depends. All right. No one's going to sell me a 20. That's for sure. I could probably get a 15. 19 maybe. Let's try that one. There's also some of these that contain additional breaches, like this 7% chance one. Those are kind of nice too. It just really depends on if you get lucky or not. But yeah, you're probably gonna pay about like a divine or so for these tablets. They're probably a little bit overpriced. But people want quantity. They want to be able to farm. And if you don't farm, I mean, if you're not using quantity, you're kind of wasting your towers. All right, so I need to put one. We did that one. We did that one. I need to go here and double that one up. Oh, I guess I could put it here. That'll give me 19%. So all these 67% now. That'll be 67. And if I do this other one down here, I'll get closer to about 90%. I'm also adding in extra like spots like this one. This one just got added. Decay. Mire is shit to begin with. It's not gonna matter. Fox shade quilted vest. Is that worth it? It's got 3 sockets. You know what? I'll just sell it. It's fine. I'm not in the map. I'll sell it. Yeah, it'll be fine. Thank you. Now I need one more.
Hello there.
I wonder if I can pay less for those. I don't need that many. Holy fuck. All right, and then I need, let's see if I can find another one. If I can find another 19. He wants 200 exalts? Get the fuck out of my face with that. Spawn magic monsters. That's not a bad one either. More drops. I'm just worried I'm not going to be able to kill him if I do that one. Like, I'll die. Sometimes I make the maps a little too strong. And then get absolutely fucking bodied. That'll work. Maybe I'll go buy 2. I'm gonna need it anyway. Thank you. All right, so I gotta go clear out that lesser one and then use this. What are some good tablets to sell? I keep all mine. Breach tablets sell really well. You can just sell waystones too. Like, you can sell tier 15 maps however you want. Usually they're like 2. What are they? 2? I think they're like 2 to 3x each, which is not a lot, but if you have a ton of them, they can add up. I think not delirium tablets. Well, maybe delirium tablets are worth more now, but I was gonna say ritual tablets might be worth more now too, because they did quote buff ritual, so that's a possibility that ritual tablets are might be more valuable as well. That one's cooked. I don't want to play the ones where they're like negative resistances because I'd get absolutely shit on. Like, that's a good map there. It has the rarity on it, so I like that. And it has a quantity. Quantity's good. You want quantity. Especially if you're going to run these other maps where you boosted all your quantity, you're gonna want to use something with quantity on it. Everything else that's non-quantity, it's like I'll use that to like make my way to that tower. So I'll go to this tower here. This one's only 35% quantity, which is pretty good. Like that's actually not bad. So the only other way for me to get there, let's take a look. I could go this way, or I can go here to there. Is that even gonna work? I'm worried it's gonna be like it's not connected once I do that one. So I'm gonna waste a map here. But once I put that in there, it'll make some of these breaches as well, which should be okay. Like Backwash is good, Woodland's okay, Riverside, yeah. Blooming Fields is always good. Streaming Strains is good. I want open maps. Seepage, not so much. But yeah, I'll try to go here. I'll use a quantity on this one just because it's at 50. It'll make it at 50. This will be a tier 14 map though. We'll see how that goes. I'm kind of curious actually. And then I have a quantity tablet. We'll keep that there. But I usually just sell all mine. Ritual tablets can be worth a lot now because of the new buff supposedly made Ritual better. I just haven't done Ritual, so I don't know how good they are. But also check the prices, like, and then you can kind of tell. So when you get 300 splinters, you combine those to fight another boss to get your Atlas points. The way that it works, when you have the stack, you'll have like your splinter, like pile, it'll say 300. Take one of them and split it, and then put it back, and it'll become that like actual splinter. So you can combine it into a splinter. And then when you're on your map, you'll go to like that altar. It's usually like near your starting position, like a realm gate, I think is what it's called. You'll put the splinter into the realm gate, and then once you put that in there, it'll spawn you in, and then you go fight the boss. And he can drop you better items, and then that's how you get your points. You have to kill him, and then when you kill him, he will drop a book. I think he has 4 different difficulties, and each time you kill him, he gets stronger. And then the 4th time you kill him, he has like the best drops. Like he can drop the gloves like these, which are like the Hoa gloves or whatever you want to call them. Hands of Wisdom. But he can also drop other stuff too. But they only drop on the higher difficulty, I think. That's how that one works. Oh, there's a breach boss. So sometimes you'll notice that that guy had like a huge health bar. If you're doing delirium maps, they can spawn in like a breach boss type thing. Like a delirium boss, I guess is what you would call it. They have better loot too, so I mean it's kind of a bonus, but sometimes they're really strong. I might die here because these guys have poison, and I'm really not a fan of that. Oh, it's teleporting me into it. Thanks, dude. Appreciate that. Hey, he's still here. Where's he at?
Don't mind if I do.
He's somewhere.
Fury!
Maybe? That might be him. Yeah, he drops splinters too. I need to find the breach. Bloodstone, I'll take it. When you get back to your hideout, can I show me my bow? Yeah, I can actually show you here in a second. You might be able to screenshot it too. So my bow has cold damage on it, which makes it a little bit more desirable. So it's this one. So the damage output's pretty good. Attack speed on there is a huge plus the physical roll.
Fury.
But it's mostly just physical damage. Like with the runes, it has 60% and then 63%. So 123. And then 23 to 53 physical. So the physical roll's pretty high. It's a tier 8. And then I have tier 7 cold, which is kind of hard to find. And then I have attack speed. The only other thing you'd probably want on this would be like more damage output or like plus skills or maybe additional arrows. It already has a built-in one, but good luck finding one that has +2 arrows or +1 additional arrow on a dual string. Because they just become so expensive.
I need more mana.
Yo. No, that hurts. Yeah, I forgot all these guys have like different attacks too.
Storming arrow. Too weak. Too slow.
I'll take the extra splinters. Those are always good too. I mean, they're just delirium splinters instead of being the other ones, so they add up too. It's all currency. It's all things that you probably want. What did that cost me? I want to say it was like close to like 15 to 20 some plus divines. It was quite a bit. I think I got it kind of for cheap though, because I don't think he realized like how rare cold damage was on the bow. So I think he underpriced it by like 5 or 10, in all fairness. So I got kind of lucky on that. Because if you look at them now, all the dual strings with cold damage are pretty expensive. They're like 25 and up.
Now this will come in handy.
Because you're going to want like 400 plus DPS probably. I mean, anything like 350 is really good too. Don't get me wrong, 350 is solid. But you're gonna want more at some point too for higher tier maps. It's just, can you afford it? That's kind of where I've been stuck. I just haven't farmed up enough to upgrade my bow again. I upgraded a lot of my other equipment, and now I need to go do a bow upgrade again. But bow upgrades are probably one of the most expensive. Say, where can I take this? I mean, I'll just have to take it up and out. Not really much options here.
Storming arrow.
I forgot how much the delirium guys push you. It teleported me. Thanks, dude. Just what I wanted. Oh, nice. A divine drop would be sick.
What luck?
Now, where are they all at, though? Oh, it's already dead. Never mind. Boo. I feel like my clear speed could be better. I just don't feel like I do enough damage for these higher tier delirium ones. I don't do bad, but it's, I think I could do more. I need like another 20, 30k damage. But I think the only way I'm gonna do that is upgrading my bow. Then there's a jewel I want to buy, but that's expensive. Like another 30 to 100 divines. Would I prioritize getting a bow or lightning arrow to Link 6? Probably a bow. I don't think Link 6 is really going to matter as much as probably a bow. Because bow is going to be like global damage, like raw damage. And that's going to amplify everything that you do. So I'd say getting a bow would make more sense. At least in my opinion. Because I had an issue where I was struggling for a long time, and I was like, I need to get a different bow. Like, and as soon as I got the bow, it made a huge impact. It's just bows are super pricey, and they're always expensive.
Quick and lethal.
And there's still more on this map. I was hoping this would be like a multi-breach, but I'm not that lucky. Now, there's still a chance, but I haven't seen any wisps running around. I'm probably not that lucky. Also curious how many splinters I have on me. Probably 50. I'll take a look when I get in here.
What is it?
So let's take a look. 33 plus this. Not a lot of exalts. That map wasn't great, but I mean overall it's not like the end of the world. It's okay. If I get like a multi-breach map, sometimes I'll break over 100. So that's not bad. Map dump. 2 to all minion skills. Dude, that actually might be worth a lot. Holy fuck. Yeah, 1 or 2 divines here. 24, 2 to, yeah, that actually might be good. What about the ring? Oh, it's just it's a base ring. Yeah, yeah, I just noticed that too. And it's not like a bad res either. 24 is not bad, but I mean, it's not like 6, but like it's not 40, but hey, the other one's 39. Oh, there you go. There's your mana and your max life. Fuck, that is actually pretty good. That's gonna be quite a bit, actually. I don't know if it'll let me even search it. Probably not. The max life roll is really high. Let's do 100. Let's see what happens if it even shows up. Oof. It's also probably because of this. Let's do 30. Yeah, so he wants 2 divine for that. Mine has better mana, max life. His energy shield, I think, is higher. You could quality this though, and then you could throw a socket in it. Just valid. No balls. Go for 2. Go for broke. 231. He didn't quality it. It's probably like 3 to 5 divines, maybe 2 to 5, maybe. That max life roll is fucking huge. And that's what I mean, like, when you do these maps and you do quantity, you're gonna get items like this. And that was a tier 14 map. Keep that in mind. That was not a tier 15. That's a tier 14 map, but I still found decent items. These rings are just basic rings. Don't really see anything super valuable. That's a low roll. That's an okay roll, but I'm not gonna do anything with it. Mana, I can regal it. I don't think it's gonna matter though. Maybe. Let's throw this in there. Max life. That's almost a max on. But that's the idea with quantity. You're just gonna have some better luck. And then you're gonna find a higher volume. Also, having a decent loot filter too will make a ton of differences. But yeah, that's not a bad item, thankfully. I'll just have to remember to sell it for at least 2. Did I buy my headhunter? Yes. I think I paid, I want to say I paid like 14 divines for it or somewhere around there. Mine's actually probably kind of a lower end one, to be honest, because I didn't pay max, but 56 out of 60 for life, 25 for dexterity, and then 32 for strength. I need more dexterity on it because that's going to give me more skills with this, with my gloves. Because the more dexterity I have, the more attack speed I get. So technically, I'd want to max out the dexterity if I could. But at the time, I was poor, so I really couldn't do it. So maybe in the future, when I get more money, I'll try to get a better one. But give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. All right. Let me see here. Opinion on Logitech headsets. I haven't used Logitech. Oh, the wireless mouse, maybe? Like, I have the G Pro right here. I'm still using it. Archers are so OP, lightning rod and arrow smash. I mean, they're really good, but I don't know if it's overpowered. Like, I just say it's solid. High market. Let's do. Ooh, let's do 3 maybe. See if that'll get anybody. That's been there for 4 days and he hasn't sold it. So I don't know. We'll see if mine sells. Now I wonder, can I get to the tower? Yes, I can. Okay, awesome. Let's do that one. It doesn't have to be anything special, but I also want my breach tablet. Someone messaged me to buy something for a divine. Oh shit. Yeah, I'll sell it for 1. He wants this ring, probably. Maybe not. Maybe not. Poor guy. Rip. He's like, yeah, let me join. Never mind. I'll sell it later at some point. Who knows? Or I won't. I don't know if I like this tower layout. I mean, they got rid of the walls on it, and it's still the same layout, but they kind of made it a convertible, which is a lot better. But it's still probably one of the more boring layouts. It doesn't feel bad, though. Like, honestly, I don't really mind the towers as much anymore. Like, they feel so much better that they're actual maps. I was like, holy fuck, dude. Can I, like, walk over here? The game was not happy. I also don't really feel bad about wasting tablets on towers either. It feels like there's more mobs, the monsters you can actually kill and get decent loot on now. Because before I felt like I just throw a tier 5 tablet in there and not really care. And then it would never drop me anything good, so why bother? So you'd always run shit tablets just to save your good tablets for maps. Now it's kind of like, you want to use a good tablet just in case, but you can still run through them. Not as easily though. But they are better, a lot better. Yeah, jump into that, dude. See what happens. That's a great idea. I want to put this other tablet in there and see how high quantity we get. Probably about 80, which is pretty good. You're hoping that you get divine drops too, realistically. Like just raw divine drops. And out of all the breaches, I should get maybe like 1 or 3-ish. It depends on just luck, but when I put this other tablet in here, 19%. So it'll add 10 maps in range will have breaches. So some of these probably up here will get breaches, and then it's going to bump up the quantity a bit. So we got Riverside, Augury, Backwash. Backwash is okay. Some of these aren't great. Wonder what the Citadel, 54%. That's funny. Woodland, Sand Spit. That's actually a fun map. 19%. Oof, that's kind of low. But these other ones in the middle here, this will be like 80. Yeah, 86, 86, 72. I think that's really all I can get out of this. I could put another one here And that'll amplify this area, but there's not a lot of overlap. So, I mean, it would fix this section, and it would get me like 60 or 80 on some of these, which might be worth it, maybe. But I still have to clear out all these maps now. So that's not bad. So 1, 2, I also need to get this one. I haven't done that one yet either. I could go from here to here. Oh, no, I can't. It won't let me do that. I'd have to go down. Wow, I can't go the other way. I guess I could go this way. It looks like it's connected, but it's not. I was hoping that this was connected here too, but that isn't either. So I'd have to burn. Those are all good maps. Those are all decent maps. But if I put another one in there, we could probably get over 100. I need to go buy one.
What is it?
Ugh.
Go on. Go.
Ah, I misclicked. For headsets, I don't really use headsets. I use earbuds now. So I use Kiwi Light Orchestras. So Kiwi, like Kiwi. And then those are the ones that I use.
Speak.
How do I want to do this, man? %, ailment with quantity. Rough. That's a good map. Gonna have to transform most of these too. I want quantity, but I don't know if I'm gonna get it. That one. That's a good start. So quantity and quantity here. I'm just gonna distill it once, see what happens. I could like max it, but I don't really want to at the moment. Should I go do these ones and then try to get to that tower? I think I should. Actually, no, I can't do that. Fuck. I gotta go this way. I gotta use like 4 good maps there. And it's fine. I'll get more, I'll make more, but it's fine. Maybe they'll drop me something decent anyway.
Thunderous shot.
Like, why is he so strong? God damn.
Don't mind if I do. I need more mana.
I was saying, where's my witch at? Oh, there's these guys here. Shoot. I don't like them. I wish that other tower connected, because then I could buff these maps and they would have like an extra 20% each. Instead, I gotta burn like 3 or 4 of them just to get the other ones to be stronger. But I mean, I'll still have the same amount of maps to do, but I won't have the same map. Like, it won't be the same level. But either way, it's should earn me some money.
Barely broke a sweat.
Yeah, but with the upgraded quantity, you should just get like more rarity as far as like more currency drops in general, and then potentially higher valued like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, those type of things. You should get more exalts. But I mean, we don't really want exalts. I mean, I'll take them, don't get me wrong.
Fury. I need more mana.
I need to go back the other way. It should be more open over here. No, that's a lot of people.
Barely broke a sweat. No mana.
Go back and grab a few splinters. I didn't really get as many as I wanted. I feel like my wave clear is just not strong enough for delirium. Like, I can clear, but I'm not like one-shotting everything, so it's not nearly as fast. I mean, the drops are technically better, but I think I should just do it without the delirium for a bit and see what happens. Because usually I can get like half the beach, and then only 25 splinters is not a lot. It's fine, but it's not like 60. Which would be a little bit nicer, but oh well. That was it? That was the map? Damn. Thought there'd be a little bit more to it than that. Oh no, that's gonna turn the drops to gold. I don't want all the gold. Oh well.
Fury!
Kind of curious how much experience I'm gaining, but it doesn't seem like I'm gaining that much. Alright, that was kind of a bust, but oh well, we'll do the next one.
Yes. Time is of the essence. Yes. Go. Yes. Indeed.
Alright, what's this other one? So I gotta go back this way. And then I'm gonna go up a couple, and then I can use the other tower. What's up, Mike? How you doing, man? Oh, it's this map. Yeah, this map's actually pretty good for a breach. One's not bad. Those guys that roll around though, I'm really not a fan.
I need more mana.
Sometimes you don't see them and they roll into you and then you die. And you're just like, oh great, nice.
Don't mind if I do. No mana.
Where is said breach?
Out of mana. Charged arrow.
A lot of rare monsters in here. A lot nearby. That's kind of surprising. There's like 5 or 6. All within the same area. And then a few more. Oh, there's another one. You know what I haven't found for a while? A perfect jeweler's orb. That'd be sick. I don't know if I really need one, but it'd be cool. I mean, I always need one. Oh, there's your divine.
That's quite nice.
We're paying back the maps already. Technically, with the helmet, if we sell that, we're almost up on the tablets already, and then everything else is profit, so we're somewhat in the profit margins already. And we haven't even done like most of the good maps yet either. We're just doing kind of the shitty ones around the backside. It's kind of surprising, actually. Yeah, the breach is nearby. It's in the corner. Settle for another divine orb. That'd be cool. Oh, where'd you guys spawn in from? Holy crap. That's about it. Oh, teleport me in. Let's go grab all the splinters. And you don't think that the splinters add up, but it's like really your main form of currency when you do these. I know it sounds silly, but if you get, I think like 60 of them, it's almost half a divine. So when you get like a full actual splinter, like 300 of them, I think you can trade it for about a divine. So they do add up quite a bit. And if you do this like all day, every day, you're gonna make like 5 to 10, 15 divines. Just depends on how fast you are at mapping and then how juiced your maps are. Because you can make quite a bit of them. And then the more you get, and then also the raw loot as well, not to count like exalts and everything else. But yeah, you'd be surprised how much it adds up. So yeah, we'll stand there for a second just in case. Probably another exalt and then some other stuff over here. Okay, this map's done. I'll come back for some of that too.
Yes.
The heavy belts I want to keep because I'm gonna chance them. I'll see if I can get a headhunter or see if I get some better. They got to divine that one. That's not actually bad. That's pretty good. Couple splinters. What do we got here? Free to all elemental resistances. Boo. Fire and cold res are great. Spell damage is cool. Rarity's nice. Energy shield, but not really great either. Lightning, fire, intel, rarity. And it's not bad, but I don't know if it's worth anything. Take a look at those later. Let's get rid of the maps. Okay. I need to craft a couple other more maps too. I need more maps with quantity on them. But it's not always the easiest thing to get. Shoot, I don't know if I see any. Fuck. Rarity. Filled ground. Gross. Quantity. That's actually a pretty good one. Player resistances are negative. Rarity. I mean, those aren't bad, but they're not great either. Fuck it. Okay, let's see. Quantity. I think I saw another one in there that had quantity on it. There's rarity. More quantity, but that has negative resist. Oh, no, it doesn't. That one's actually okay. Rarity. More rarity. 128 for rarity. 77. I should just do it this way. Yeah, 5 of them. 32%. I'll use that one on like on a higher tiered map. That one has good rarity though. Fuck, that actually has pretty good rarity. I could use that one, that's fine. And then we gotta go to the next one. Savannah's a really good map too. It's got 54% plus 15, so about like 60, 65. Someone messaged you? Yeah, I saw that. Thanks for the warning though. I probably would have missed it otherwise. Fortunately, they didn't join back. Savannah's probably one of the better maps for breaches. The only problem with Savannah is that it like lags really badly. Like a lot more than it should. I didn't distill it. Oops. Oh well, that'll be fine. We'll compare it to the other one too. Alright, where's my breach at? Yeah, I don't think I'm leaving the map for 5 exalts, dude. Sorry.
I need more mana.
Yeah, that temporal bubble's crazy sometimes.
What luck. Thunderous shot.
Oh, Breach is coming up.
No mana. I need more mana.
I need like 7 divine orbs. Only 7. Not a lot. Not asking for much, you know? Nothing crazy. Just a few.
Storming arrow. Too weak.
I just need a few. You know, nothing crazy. I'll take a mirror though. That'd be sick. Let me know. Yeah, my luck. I'm not finding a mirror anytime soon. I wish. Don't we all?
Don't mind if I do.
I gotta go back and grab all the splinters. Wasn't too bad though. All things considered. I mean, I didn't distill this map, but
Got no pack space for that.
all right. I feel like I used to get more splinters though. Probably since the patch, there might be fewer monsters maybe. Maybe that's why it doesn't feel like you get as many. Or maybe it's possible you just don't get as many. Not sure. I gotta go get that guy, and then the one in the corner here, and then go back and fight the other boss.
No mana.
Some new monster effects, though. Those are interesting.
I'm out of mana.
A sapphire ring. Got proximity on. I was like, are you gonna let me kill you or what? Sheesh. Still gotta fight a boss too. I didn't realize he was on here. Shouldn't be that bad though.
Fury. No mana.
Let's go fight the boss. What's the blue star? Oh, it's this.
Slow me down.
Interesting. That's supposed to be good.
I need more mana.
All that for a tier 15 map. Let's go. No secondary breach. Nothing special, unfortunately. Life's hard sometimes.
Yes.
I thought I said tri-res for a second. I was like, that actually might be worth something. 36 cold, 36 lightning. I wonder what the other thing was. Not this one. Minion skills, huh? Oh, it's 1 to 3. So if it was 3, it might actually be worth something.
Time is of the essence.
Unlucky. Double res yet again. No skills though. Energy, increase energy shield from equipped focus. That could be cool. That's 35%. Melee damage. Maybe. Quantity. It's tier 14. And try it.
Hello.
Now, do I have to do the tower or do I have to do another map? Burial bog. Yeah, I mean, we could test it. 49% quantity plus whatever this is. That's like 65. Maybe. $130, 76% quantity. Oh fuck, I'm not doing a lot of damage. Uh-oh. Did I fuck up on the map? Did I misread what it had? No, I'm freezing them. I think we're okay. They just have more health. A lot more health. Holy shit.
Too slow. Out of mana. I need more mana. Don't mind if I do.
Might just have to play it a little slower. Or at least try to.
Out of mana. No mana.
I'm not sure where I'm going to take that rift. It's going to be kind of short-lived, I think. Maybe. Maybe a little. Unless I can run it around to the right, but I don't know. I think it's a dead end over there. Might not be, actually. Yo, that hurt.
Storming arrow.
Yeah, they're a lot stronger because I delirium the map a little too much. I'm gonna die here. Maybe not. Well, that wasn't great, but interesting loot. Still need more wave clear. Like, I'm not really like one-shotting everything, and that slows me down from like really doing the breach. So if they're a little too strong or have too much life, I can't really just push the breach constantly. Not the end of the world, but it'd be nicer if I could kill him faster. I mean, I would find more loot because I'd be wave clearing a lot faster. But I need to get more upgrades and then I should be able to. I'm just not sure what I would upgrade. I think the bow upgrade would be the biggest one, and then I could work on getting better gems too. It's hard to say. Surprised I haven't found a divine yet.
Quite nice.
Another heavy belt.
Thunderous shot.
Oh, it's a dead end. No. I wondered how that was gonna go. Finding a lot of blacksmith stones too.
Out of mana. Too slow.
Oh, that's doing a lot more damage than I wanted to. Yo, chill. Like, what am I taking so much damage from?
I need more mana.
Kind of curious how many exalts I've found this map too.
Storming arrow.
Maybe 10. Another unset ring too. I found a gold one. Okay, so now we got the tower next. That should give me another 20 quant on a map.
Of course.
Alright, let's do 11. That's not bad. Cold cast speed, mono regen, intel. I mean, that's interesting for the damage. It's a lot of damage modifiers, but no resistances. Might be worth a little bit. Max life on a breach ring. Rarity. Rare monsters have a 23% of an additional modifier. Oof. Slaying rare monsters in your map pauses the delirium mirror for a timer for 2 seconds. Interesting. Okay. Let's see, man. We're at 4 mil gold already. Damn, that was quick.
Of course.
I just need like a basic map for the tower. I don't need anything crazy. That'll work. The elemental part though is kind of concerning. It's 25%, but I think it'll be okay. We'll just try to run through it and be a little careful, but no promises. Elon Musk, what rank? Oh man, not Elon, dude. Elon got like his ex-wife to talk about how he was a good Diablo player the other day, which I think is like comical because it's pretty obvious that he had somebody else level his account and then he would just play on it when he could. And he's trying to like pretend that he's a good gamer, which is really odd. It's like, why do you have the richest man in the world pretending to be something he's not? Because he has, you know, narcissism, you know, he wants to be looked at and idolized. And it's like, dude, you're already like the world's richest, wealthiest man. Like, he's trying to like make people want to like him, and it's not working, especially when you lie about it. Like, I think if he clearly was just like, look, I've wanted to play Path of Exile, it's a cool game, instead of just trying to pretend to be the best player at it,
Storming arrow.
and obviously not be the best player, like, ruin that for him. And all he had to do was just be like, yeah, I want to play this game. I don't know much about it. But the problem was he faked his Diablo gameplay early on, where he probably did the exact same thing. He paid somebody to level up his Diablo character and then would play on it after it was leveled up. And that doesn't really work with this game, because this game is not the same as Diablo. If you don't understand how this game works, you don't understand how your build works, you don't understand how your build does damage, and then you're more likely to die or make mistakes. And he couldn't do basic things. He also referred to things on the map as like, oh, this one's got more things on it, so it must be better. like it was just really embarrassing. His gloves, like, what was another one where he was like, yeah, my gloves have, you know, they're only level 52, but they seem to work pretty good. It's like, dude, these are the best gloves in the game. for your build. Like, the fuck you mean? Like they're only level 52. Like, it's just embarrassingly obvious that he was lying about it. So he had someone else play his account, and then he would play on it and stream on it and claim that, yeah, it's his build, he's doing great, yada, yada, yada. But he just couldn't be normal. He can't just be like, yeah, I've never played that game before, I want to get into it. He has to lie about being the best because he always wants to be the best and wants to be accepted, and he wants to be intelligent. He wants to be looked at like he's number one all the time, no matter what. Self-confidence issues. I don't know, man. He's the world's richest man in the world. Like, I don't know what issues he could realistically have other than just being, you know, whatever. But it was so obvious that he lied, and then he got caught. People called him out on it, and then he made it worse. He made it a lot worse, which is kind of funny. Like, he called, what did he do? He, like, blocked Asmongold, which I don't really give a shit about, but it's just funny. And then he didn't know the difference between editors for like video editors, like channel editors for YouTube versus like an editor at like a newspaper, where you have like an editor that goes over all your content and makes sure that it's fine and, you know, verified, and they kind of control what you do. He thought that like Asmon has editors that do that, when realistically an editor is just somebody that you hire and go, hey, I'm gonna send you my live stream gameplay, can you make a video out of it? And they're like, yeah, sure. And they just go and they make a video and upload it for him. Like he has no idea, no fucking idea whatsoever, and it's just embarrassing. Like, it's incredibly embarrassing. I don't know. Like, I just, who knows? Let's see if I can get him for 80. Maybe not. Maybe they truly do cost a divine. Oh, 90. No, it's 100, which is basically a divine. I think divines are like 115 probably-ish right now. Yeah, Diablo 4 was incredibly easy compared to this. And I think, I don't know why he went after Asmon. So Asmon made a video talking about Elon and saying that he didn't, you know, pilot his account. So he went after Asmon for that, basically. But I think he also misunderstood like how his channel editors worked, which is really fucking funny. He thinks like they're press editors, which just shows that he doesn't know the fuck he's talking about again. It's like, dude, like, just shut the fuck up. Like, just go build rockets and do cool shit. And he's like, nah. Like, nah. I want to fight these gamers on the internet over nerdy shit that doesn't matter. Like, it's just crazy. But Asmon was reacting to a video Quinn made. Yeah, but I know, but he's still, you have to understand that if somebody's narcissistic and they don't understand, like, they're not going to react in a rational way. They care about their ego more than anything else. So if Asmon's insulting him in some way, he's going to look at it and go, you know what? I'm just going to ban and block whoever. So he went after Asmon because his ego got hurt. That's really what it was. Which is just kind of funny. Now they all want to invite me because I wanted their tablet, but thank you. But I think for me, it just shows like a bigger picture of like how fragile he is as a person. Like it's unbelievably insane. the wealthiest man in the world is like, you can only do 7. You can. This is a cool warning. This tablet can add a breach to 7 maps in range, even though this tablet could add to 9. Are you sure you want to proceed? So it's telling me that there's only 7 maps that this can apply to, but it could add an extra, like, you know, few more, up to 9, but it's not available within the space. So it's like, are you sure you want to use this really good tablet? And I'm like, yeah, I want to, because it's the only one I got. But that's cool that they did it. Like Quinn said, it would have been much cooler if he rolled a new character and streamed going through Act 1. Yeah, abso-fucking-lutely. And I've talked about it as well, because I'm a new player to this, and I've played Diablo in the past. I'm not really a good player by any means. I'm not a good Path of Exile player, but I'm getting there. I'm doing tier 15 maps. This is the first time I've ever played, and I'm doing great. All things considered. The problem is that Elon has this ego where he has to be viewed as the best at all times. Like, I'm the richest man in the world. I'm the smartest man in the room. I'm the best Exile player. I'm the best Diablo player. And in the past, he streamed Diablo, and he said that he was the best player. He's doing like tier 15 maps, doing all this crazy shit. And it's like, yeah, you are doing that, but you probably paid someone to pilot your account, which means they played on their account. They leveled for him while he was off doing whatever else he was doing. And it was very easy to tell the difference between that with Diablo versus what he's done on Path of Exile. Like, you could tell with Path of Exile, it's like, dude, like, why is your IP from like fucking China? You know, like, why did you die playing when you were off doing some live stream and you weren't even playing? Like, that's crazy. Why is it you have a tab in your fucking stash called Elon's Maps? Like, why did you not know how to use the map device? So for those of you that don't know, the map device is a very basic system. You have waystones, which are these sometimes people call them maps, but they're technically waystones. And what you do is you go to the map device, you go to this world view, and you can see that these are connected. Like, the green ones are completed. But for example, this one's completed, but if I want to go to the shrine hideout, it's connected. And then I could put the waystone in here and I can click it and it would open that up. But with Elon, he started playing and he was trying to go to like this one. And he's like sitting here where this is connected and then this is not connected because that one's not completed. And he's sitting here going like, okay, I can't, you know, he's trying to like force it into this one. And he couldn't do it because the game wouldn't let him. Anybody who has played to level 97 would have done that thousands of times, hundreds of times, and they would know that, oh, the map's not connected. They wouldn't make that mistake. Not only that, like when he goes off and talks about his armor, like these gloves, the Hands of Wisdom in action, these gloves only drop if you kill the Breach boss at level 4, so the highest difficulty. You have to kill him in order for those gloves to drop. But he looks at him and goes, man, they're only level 52. He's like, yeah, they're only level 52, but they're pretty good. It's like, motherfucker, like the level of your item does not matter. Like, it has nothing to do with it. They're the best gloves in the game. Like, arguably the most overpowered gloves in existence in Path of Exile. Yet, he's like, yeah, they're only level 52. Like, and he's not being sarcastic either. He just doesn't know. He thinks like high level gear means that it's better. Like, yeah, this item's level 80, so that's pretty good. You know, it doesn't match my character level, but it's like, dude, it doesn't matter. What matters is this fucking stats. It's like, ugh. But like all that shit, like, it's so crazy to me that he cares that much, like to prove that he's a good dude and he's like good at the game. And it's like, my guy, like, nobody gives a fuck. Like, we don't care. If you just played the game normally, but again, he set himself up because he had to be the best Diablo player. So he has to be good at Path of Exile if he's the best Diablo player. So he has to keep the lie going. But unfortunately, you get caught with a game like this. It's not the same. You can't just like level up and then like be like, oh, I'm perfect. It's like, no. It's way more noticeable on Path of Exile that if you have your account piloted, because you don't know how the game works. You don't know all the mechanics. You don't know how your character works. Shit like that. But it was really obvious that he was just lying. And then he tried to double down with the Asmon thing, which is just even more funny. He didn't know what editors were. He thought like they were in control of his channel. And it's like, dude, they're literally YouTube editors that he pays to make videos out of his live streams. It's not that crazy. And then he just made himself look worse with that. He also leaked his DMs, which is even worse. It goes against your own site's terms of service. Like, that's awkward. He unfollowed him, which is just funny. And then, like, it's just like, dude, like, then his girlfriend tweeted about it, like, oh no, he's a really good Diablo player. It's like, what's next? Your mom gonna say that you're a good player? Like, is it the same thing with Zuckerberg? When you ask Mark to fight, and then Mark's like, hey, I got a gym in my fucking house with a ring. Like, come on, like, anytime you want. He's like, ah, no, my mom says I can't. Like, bro, like, come on, dude. Like, it just shows that he's just a fucking, he's just full of shit. Constantly. Yeah, he's the richest guy in the world, but he's just a baby. Like, literally, that's it. He's just a big man child. Like, I don't know how else to put that. It's just fucking insanity. It's like, why do you care about like a random opinion of somebody that you don't, that doesn't matter? Like a content creator, a streamer, but I think for him, he has to have approval at all times. Like, he has to be viewed as being good and like great at all times. Like, somebody has some issues, like some pretty big ones. But I guess when you're narcissistic, you're gonna feel that way. There's probably some other stuff there too. I'm sure a psychologist could break that shit down and be like, yeah, there's a lot going on. But it's like, why does he care? You know, it's like, you could just go fuck off and deal with SpaceX and all this other shit that you got going on. That is arguably way more cool than some streamer playing Path of Exile. But now, doesn't matter. doesn't fucking matter. Gotta impress the internet for what? Like, what does it matter? It's just silly. I just find it amusing that somebody can be that fragile yet that successful. It's crazy. Also wondering why that superior staff was actually showing up for me. I think the portal's over here. I was gonna say I hope there's two, but I don't think so. I think it's just gonna be the one. Oh, that does a lot of damage. Thanks. Right, let's go run through the portal real quick and hope for the best. I really like this map, but I don't think it's the best for breaches. I mean, it's a little bit open, but it's kind of narrow. More narrow than I'd like it to be. Yeah, he referred to Delirium and Breach as things. Yeah, like the map has 4 things. So it's like, what are those things? It's like, well, it's got a boss on it. It's got Delirium. It's got a Breach on it. But yeah, this one's got 4 things. It's like the hardest one. It's like, dude, that has nothing to deal with difficulty. like, yeah, it's got things on it, but like, what are those things? Like, everyone was making fun of him for it too, because it's pretty obvious that he didn't know what those things were. And then, yeah, like, I just, you know, Quinn said it, and I said it early on too. I was like, if he just played the game normally and then showed interest, the community would have been like, oh, this guy's cool. Like, he wants to play the game. He's interested in it. Maybe we could help him out. We could stream with him. But no. He doesn't want that. He wants to be better than everybody. He wants to be the best, arguably the best. You know, no one else could, you know, come to as close to him as in terms of intelligence. Like, he's just gotta show off like how good he is. And it's just like crazy because it's just like, dude, no one gives a fuck. Nobody cares if you're the best. But he obviously lied about the Diablo stuff too. So he has to try to keep up that lie with Path of Exile because they're very similar games. You know, if he's playing the best maps, the highest difficulty in Diablo, streaming it occasionally, showing off his character, well, then you would expect him to be pretty good at this game, right? So obviously he's going to do the same thing that he did before, is just pay somebody else to play the game for him and, you know, keep that lie going. The downside is he kind of boxed himself in where he can't do that. Be like, yeah, I've never played this game before, and then it would kind of expose that he's not a good Diablo player. So he just tried to lie and pay somebody else to do it for him. Like, that's all it was. But it just looks more pathetic. And then going off on the rants and attacking content creators and streamers for calling you out is even more pathetic. It's like, dude, they're paying to use your website and then you block them. Like, that's kind of silly. You remove their verification to, like, that's pretty petty. Like, like what, like, come on, man. Like, just because you're not good at the game, like, that's it? Like, why? Like, really? It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. I think it also just shows, like, the type of personality that he has. People looked at him like this brilliant guy, like, years ago, and he's like, oh, he's so intelligent, he's so smart, he's gonna save the world with, you know, carbon neutral footprints and all these cool electric vehicles. He's gonna send us to Mars. And then you realize he's just a fucking billionaire who's an asshole. Who's not necessarily that smart. He just pays people to do things for him because he has money. And then he just kind of takes credit. And it's like, well, you didn't really think of these things. You just own it. Like, you just paid for it. The same way he got into Tesla. Like, Tesla was created by these two other people, and then he just bought into it. And the way that he bought into it, from what I understand, was that they go, hey, we'll sell you like a share of the company, like a percentage share of the company, if you can get these government contracts. So he just lied to him and said that he got the contracts, and then he went to the government and eventually did secure them, but he lied to him about it. So he never had them, and then they gave him a percentage control, and then he became CEO of Tesla. And then he's like, oh yeah, I'm the smart Tesla guy. And it's like, dude, like, you just bought your way into Tesla. Like, you didn't build it, you just bought your way in. Like, and I think people need to realize, like, that's kind of how the world works with multimillionaires, billionaires. They don't really create things themselves, they just buy into them. And then they claim credit for your hard work. So yeah, it's a hot mess. But I don't know, man. It's just funny. Because it's like, man, that's really what bothers him, is like not being good at a video game. Like, wild. Wild. All right, so these should all have, oh, map attempted. Oops. This one's gonna have 86, 86, 86, 86. So decent rarity. And then with quantity on the map, I could do 27, so that's going to be over 100. I think, oh fuck, I should have delirium that. If you delirium it, I think you can double it. I'm not sure how that works, but sometimes you get lucky and it'll triple, like, your rarity or quantity. I can't remember why it does that. I don't know. I'm a new player still, but I know there's a way that if you delirium, it can roll it differently, and then it can give you higher quantity. Because I've seen somebody have, like, over 300 before. Or maybe it's the rarity that gets doubled or something else. I don't quite know. But it should still be a good map either way. If we look at it, quantity 125, and increased rarity is at 67. So there's more potential here for better loot. I'm hoping it'll drop at least like a divine or two, but probably not. Divines seem pretty rare, man. But we usually get a couple. I forgot to text my dad. I was going to see if he wants to watch the Bills game. only thing I want right now is a mirror. But I'm never gonna find one. Like, I'll settle for like a divine orb, you know. Like, I only need like 500 of them. Oh, that does a lot of damage. Fuck, that does a lot of damage. My Chaos Res is not maxed, so that actually hurts quite a bit. I should have put Delirium on the map, but I keep forgetting to do it. That hurts, actually. Holy fuck, why does that hurt so much? I need to go to the other side, but it keeps teleporting me over here because I get attacked from over there. Oh, that hurt, that hurt, that hurt, that hurt, that hurt, that really hurt. Fuck, 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 fuck. Why did they deal so much damage? Must be something on the map I didn't notice.
That's quite nice.
It's okay though, I didn't die. It was close, but a little too close. And we just need more things, and maybe I'll survive. If I had more things, that'd be better. The things comment is just so funny. Like, dude, like, like things? I'm probably taking damage because of the burning ground now that I think about it. That and then getting stunned and standing on it. That would make more sense for why it was hurting like double.
Storming arrow.
I kind of wasn't really paying attention where my feet were. That makes more sense. But yeah, the burning ground definitely fucking hurts. Even with like maxed fire res. Okay, the breach was kind of uneventful. I think I just need more wave clear, and then it'll be a little bit better. But we're getting there. Wonder if I could get a tier 16 map. That would actually be pretty cool. Meditation. Yeah, dude, yeah. Sure, sure.
Go on. Indeed.
Flash charge. I got a decent amount of splinters that time, though. Rarity and dexterity? Huh. Maybe I could roll these with chaos and see if I can get like a tier 7, tier 16. I don't know if I want to roll that one. Tier 15. I mean, sometimes you get some really good ones, but Not all the time. They have a lot of attack speed on that one. Sure. Quantity, though. Quantity is always good. Quantity. Do I waste it on a ship map? Ooh, Savannah. That's not a ship map. That's a good one. I guess there is a tower up here. I could get another tablet for that tower. But I don't know if I really want to waste one there. I mean, it would cover... cover 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They cover all this. I mean, it's not going to make a big... it'd make these like 30%, which could help. Like that one's not going to gain any more. All the towers around that one are cooked. I might as well do that one. But I mean, 54% quantity is not bad. I wish it was all like 100, but oh well. I should have bought more 20 plus tablets.
Fury.
It's okay though. I'd still find good loot, maybe. These guys are gonna have a little bit more attack damage though.
What luck?
I'm gonna clear off a little bit of this and see where I'm at. One time I did this, I ended up getting like 15 breaches on this map. Like, this map sucks, in my opinion, for breaches. It's not like the worst map, but it's like really narrow pathway, so it's not always the best. But when you have 15 breaches, it doesn't really matter. Like, that's a lot of fucking breaches to begin with. Even if they're small, you can still clear a pretty big area and still get decent loot. Like, it's just volume at that point. The layout, you know, if it was on Savannah, that'd be even better, but I mean, I'm not really gonna be too picky. 15 maps in one, like, that's better than 0 or just 1. I'm not really too whiny about that. I just didn't expect there to be that many, and I kept like doing 1 or 2, and I was like, man, there's another one, and then all of a sudden I was like, wait, there's 3, like 4, wait, what? Like, what is happening? It just didn't end. Oh no, I might die. I got pinched. I fucked that up. I was a little worried about it, but I didn't think I would actually die, and then as soon as it happened, it was too late. Oh well, shit happens, dude. Let's put these in here. Or sort through them later. I don't really care about that. Let's get another map. I'm running out of maps. Running out of quantity maps, I should say. Caverns, Bloodwood, Rust Bowl. Rust Bowl would be good. 105% quant. Damn. That'll be a good one. Rust Bowl's pretty open too. I kept thinking he must play on all his free time. How can he be that high level? No, there's no way. The other thing, like, it was really pointed out, like, the only way you could do that is if you've been playing every day, like 10, 12 hours a day since release to hit 97. And it's like, Elon just can't do it. Like, he has too many public appearances. He's got all this other shit. And it's obvious that he's playing when he's not. Like, somebody else is on the account. And it's like, you can see that. Like, you just know. You can check his IP or whatever it is, like his friend ID, and you can see when he plays, when he's been on. There's, like, stuff about, like, seeing things that he traded on his character, like his trade history. And people were like, why would you sell that crossbow that's worth like 1 exalt for like 20 divines? And the idea there is, it's like, well, if he's doing that, it's people feeding him money you know, like RMTing divine items by buying an item that's not worth it. You know, it's a way to cover that they're buying and, you know, selling things for more money than what they're worth potentially. A lot of people had good videos on it. Quinn had probably one of the best videos on it, and it just showed everything that you need to know. I don't think any Path of Exile player, like any serious Path of Exile player, has any doubt that he did not, that he clearly had somebody else level his account. Like, it's so obvious. Yeah, he would also click and drag each piece. And the other thing too, like, he was ignoring items too. Like, he didn't even have a loot filter. So you're telling me a guy who's level 97, the best in the world at the game, like ranked in the top 100 of hardcore. Hardcore, if you don't understand, is if you die, you lose your character. It gets taken out of the ladder, so it's very competitive. You can still play your character, but it's no longer a hardcore character. It just becomes like a normal core character. Now, if you're level 97, the best in the world, like in the like level 97 slash within the top 100, you would know to have a loot filter. And like, he's picking up items, he's going into maps with his inventory completely full of shit. So it's like, dude, why are you going into the map? Like, you don't have any space to put any loot. Like yeah, it was just very obvious he didn't know what he was doing. He didn't use his mana potions when he was like running out of mana. Like it was bad. But I don't know. It's just astounding to me that somebody would care that much. It's like, dude, you got a lot going for you. Why do you give a shit about all this? Like, you really shouldn't. Like, at all. But then again, insecurities are a bitch, man. Like, I think we're all guilty of having insecurities, but that's like next level insecurity. Alright, where's my divine orbs, dude? Fuck. I don't think I'm gonna get any. I wish. Only found like one today, which is kind of crazy. And these maps have decent quantity too. And my rarity's not bad either. I think, they're fucking rare. Like, raw divine orbs don't drop as often as you think. I mean, I usually find like maybe 3 or 5 a day if I play like for the whole day, and then I get X amount from the loot, but that depends too. And also, if you're like, where's all the loot? It's mostly hidden. The filter I have on hides a lot of shit that's just not valuable. It's mostly an endgame filter, but I mean, there are things in here that could be valuable, like this crossbow. It's like tier 4, that bow, maybe, I doubt it. This dual string should not be hidden, but for some reason it is. What's the eye level on it? 79? Yeah, that should not be hidden. I'm not sure why it is. I think you can control copy and then go into filter blade and make it unhide that. There's a way to do it with filter blade really easily. I just don't remember. But yeah, I didn't set up this loot filter. This one's a public one. I just need to get it changed into something a little bit more fine-tuned, but I'm kind of waiting for other people to put one out, because I don't really have a good idea of what I want and what I don't want. Like, obviously the breach splinters and all the main stuff makes sense. Anything that's valuable and like clearly easy that's valuable you want to keep, but I'm a little worried that sometimes it'll hide things. Even like that cultist bow might have a better roll on it. The staff, there's some other stuff as well, but for the most part, I really only need breach splinters and then occasionally certain items, which will help, but yeah. Shouldn't hide most. Shouldn't hide too much. Yeah, the Chaos Orb one was really funny, but again, he doesn't have a loot filter. And the explanation for that was really simple. Like, if I put this stuff out here, like a loot filter shows pretty easily like what's valuable and what's not. And if you take your loot filter and then you turn it off, oops, you can't really tell the difference. Like Exalted Orb, Breach Splinter, you don't really know that a Chaos Orb's more valuable. Like you have no idea. So he doesn't see it as being anything rare. But when you have like a map or something that's out there like that, you see that and you go, oh yeah, that's valuable. That's gold. I want that. That's gold. So to a normal player or somebody who hasn't played and they're not familiar with loot, they're gonna pick that shit up and they're not gonna know. Like that's kind of the difference. It's a pretty big difference. It's just people are kind of clueless. Oh, there's a tier 4 ring there. That might be nice.
Thunderous shot.
But yeah, loot filters make all the difference. And the fact that you're level 97 not using one just tells me that you don't know what you're doing. Like, I'm not even that high level. I'm level 92. Like, and it's like, dude, I'm a new player. And I already know that loot filters are important. Like, the fuck you mean? Like, who are you fooling, man? Like, nobody. Nobody. Fucking nobody.
I need more mana.
Like, we all know. You know.
Rather not break my back.
It's just sad.
Go on. Go.
Isn't that like the Gemling staff, or is there a different one that's for that people are using? 20% rarity. Elements, cold res, lightning damage. That's kind of a good start. There you go, finish the map. I kept thinking he must play all his free time. There's no way. No. It's not that simple. No.
Storming arrow.
I'm stuck. What the fuck? He just pays someone else to play his account. It's really that simple. You know, why wouldn't you? You can just shortcut it, and he's done it before and it hasn't been a problem, but I don't think he understands that people can tell the difference. Like when you shortcut like that, it's really obvious that you're shortcutting, especially with a game like this. Diablo, I think you can get away with it more because you can really just like press a couple buttons on Diablo. Now, Path of Exile, you can kind of do like a one button guide and like just press a certain button. But you still need to understand like how your build works. Like lightning arrow, I need to put the lightning rods down, then I need to attack. The monk, you need to use the bell, and you need to hit the bell if you have that ability as well too. But if you're not familiar with that, it's gonna be kind of weird. It's gonna take you a while to figure it out.
No mana.
And that's what happened. He didn't know what he was doing. And it was painfully obvious. And again, being level 97, like the amount of time it takes to hit 90, let alone 97, is staggering. Staggering. Like, it's a huge difference. Like, it could take you days to level. Like, going from 90 to 97. Like, like, even days just to get, like, one level. It's kind of insane. Yeah, there's not a lot of monsters left. I'm gonna bounce out of here and go into a different one.
Speak.
Decent currency though from these. Not a lot of like high-end currency, but we're still doing okay. Let's see if I have another quantity. I got one. Oof, we're gonna have to find new maps. These should all have like close to 100. That one has 105 sulfuric caverns. Forge, decay. I could probably get 100 on these if I use this other tower, but like just in this area. These will only have like 50 or like 30 maybe. The rest of these will have anywhere between 32 to like something else. What's this one? That's a stone citadel. I haven't been to the stone one yet. I think that's only like the second or third one I found. I could do decay. Forge. Forge is not a bad map, but it's probably not the best. Sulfuric Caverns could be better for divines. It's also a swamp map, which with my other passive in the skill tree, you get like plus 40 for swamp, so that can technically drop more divines. What's up, Darren? How you doing, man? I'm doing all right. I think I'm gonna play this game and then go watch the football game, and then come back maybe later tonight when I get home. Yoink. I can't tell which ones are mine and which ones are his. Yeah, I gotta figure it out in time. Alright, where's this breach gonna be though? Probably back this way. And sometimes this map, I've had multi-breaches on here as well, which are pretty solid. Yeah, there's a couple like close corner areas that aren't great, but usually has a decent like open up area for caverns, so it's not too bad. But a single breach is okay, usually not the best. See if that Hunter's Hood is any good. Sometimes you want rarity on it, like 50 plus. Then you want resistances, max life, mana, evasion. Some other stats too can be helpful. A lot of gold rings today. Good waystone drops too. I probably should have instilled this map too. That's kind of what I'm forgetting. I should have instilled it with Delirium. We still have a bunch of other ones we could do that too later. I wonder what the highest quantity you can roll on a waystone is.
Now this will come in handy.
Like on a singular waystone, is it like 30, 50? Does it even go up to 100? I know rarity can, but I don't know about quantity. Now what I'm curious about. Oh, that hurt. Fuck. Alright, the map's dead, but where's the... I guess back the other way in the corner over here. I know it's over here. Might not be a bad place for it. You just want to be able to take it into like an open area so you get more monsters to spawn in. We'll see. All right, let's go take it back. Maybe run it out in this cavern. A heavy belt. Add that to our collection of disappointment and sadness. I'm trying to chance orb another headhunter, but the odds of that happening are pretty fucking low. I've already like probably chance orbed like 100 of them, and I haven't found one yet. So it's pretty rare. Good amount of exalts. Gonna need to dodge that gigantic fireball. Oh, that hurt. What do you not understand about dodging, game? Thank you. Maybe say I'll go back down this way a little. Probably should have stayed out in the open, because it's gonna start closing because I'm not killing, but I think I kind of cleaned most of that area out. Ah, bummer. Oh, a lot of chaos ores, breach tablets, tons of splinters. Not bad. I mean, the quantity is pretty solid here too. That's the difference when you start stacking quantity and rarity, and then your character rarity as well too. You can easily tell you're getting way more loot. So once you break over, like, I want to say like 100, 150, that's kind of probably like the good spot. But even then, like even at 50, you're just gonna find significantly more stuff. Yeah. So that's always helpful. All right, let's go throw this into the dump tab. I'll check it later. That I'll put in the chance tab. Maps, you can throw that in there. This is just a rare item, but I already have one, so I don't need it, but we'll just throw it in here. Rings, currency, decent amount, 40 splinters. Not bad. Okay, let's get back in there and grab the rest. There's not much left, but there's a few chaos orbs or something. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I ran past one. You go out this way and make sure there's not another rift in here. A ruby, huh? 10 exalted. Maybe.
Storming arrow.
Oh, it's like a... Is this the boss area? On GG's, 16 items left. Sorry, dude. I think that's it for me for now. I think I'm gonna go eat some food and then
Indeed.
go watch the game. I think the other game's on right now too. I think Seattle's playing. But yeah, I'll be back today. And then I'm gonna watch the Bills game. Which one did he want though? Hold on, let me find out. Kraken, listed for 10 and stash. Gotta find it. Gotta find it. Kraken. Oh, he wants that one. Fuck, that's a really good ring. Yeah, good luck, dude. Yeah, it's worth more than 10, but you know, whatever. Depends on how it rolls, but I'll just take it. All right, GG's, guys. I'll be back. And we'll see what happens. Patch improvement end game a bit for you. So far, it seems okay. I think it's just the repetition of doing breaches. You know, that's all you're going to be doing at end game. Are you going to be doing rituals? Are you going to do delirium stuff? Are you going to do other things? Like, is it going to keep your attention? That I don't know. Because right now, my character's pretty strong. I could do tier 15 maps. Doing tier 16, 18 maps are harder. But I'm not strong enough quite to push to that level. I think I could do a tier 16. But like a fully decked out tier 16, probably not. I might be able to do it, but it just depends. So I'm kind of at end game. Like I'm like 90% of the way there. And it's like, well, am I going to get bored or is there more that I can do? Like, and I'm not sure yet. I feel like I'm kind of on the edge of getting bored, but it's still fun. It's just not as fun. You know, it's like you're kind of almost too strong in some ways, and then getting stronger is also very expensive. So it's very grindy. And at this point, it's like, well, am I enjoying it or is it too grindy? But I think the patch definitely made a big difference. The patch was good overall. And I think the game will get better too as they progress and they fill out maps more. Because like they said, they just threw shit together with the end game. They're like, yeah, this is just something for you guys to have. We want to make changes to it. It's just this is a very rough, basic thing. It was either we put this in or we put nothing in. So it'll get better. And they've already made it better with like the increased towers, making the towers better. That was a nice change. They fixed everything here so far. You can see like how the layers go. They made it a lot easier to find your... let me see if I can find one real quick. Like these things, like these little spires stick up out of the ground now. Your citadels. So if you're looking for citadels and you're not sure where they are in your map, if you see like blue flames, red flames, orange flames, somewhere on there, you can kind of tell that you have a general idea of where they are, which is super helpful. And then your towers just kind of link up a little bit easier now too. Have I gone to that one? I did do that one. So yeah, it'll get better over time. Here's the Copper Citadel, just chilling. I knew I found one somewhere. I gotta go do stone, the other ones. I still need to do the Pinnacle boss. I just haven't done it. Then there's one like this that's hidden. So they're a lot easier to spot now. That's kind of what I was trying to show. But yeah, I think the patch helped. It's just, what's the longevity of the game, like after you just keep doing all this? I think ladders and having a timed session is going to help because it'll just reset your account every so often, like seasons. So you'll get really strong and then you restart and do a new character. And then new characters will add new things. It'll make it better. You're still going to repeat and do a lot of the same things, but it'll be within a time frame. So you won't get to a point where you're just like completely powerful and you have everything and there's nothing else to do. You're going to get to that point, but then they're going to reset you like a month later. So I think that'll help. But I don't know. I think I'll keep playing it for a bit and just see how far I can get. But guys, thanks again for hanging out today. I know it's a little short stream. I might be on later today. Might not. Just depends on what time I get home. But thank you guys for hanging out and watching. I'll see you guys when I get back.